Chapel bell rings for the living 3 days before they vanish. The last person who heard it left behind a voice recording that should not exist. Picture a valley so remote that the nearest town is hours away by dirt road, the path wending through lava fields and across unbridged streams that swell with glacial melt. The eastern highlands of Iceland stretch in every direction, barren and vast, a landscape so desolate it feels like standing on another planet entirely. Wind screams across volcanic plateaus, carrying the scent of sulfur and ancient stone. Sheep outnumber people 10 to 1, their woolly bodies dotting the gray-green hillsides like clouds that have fallen from the sky. And in the middle of this emptiness stands a tiny church, its turf walls blending into the hillside like it grew there, rooted in the earth as though the land itself had decided it needed a place to pray. Möðrudalur, the highest inhabited farm in Iceland. A chapel built in the mid-20th century by a local farmer, alone stone by stone after losing his wife. He carried each rock from the riverbed with hands cracked and bleeding from the cold. He placed a small bell in the tower. That bell has no right to ring on its own, no mechanism, no automation, no clapper connected to a rope. It hangs in stillness, waiting, but locals say it does. They have documented this for over 100 years across the original farm settlement and the chapel that followed. The bell tolls 3 times, always 3, always in the dead of night. And within 3 days, someone connected to the valley is gone. Not dead, necessarily, gone. Vanished from their bed, their pasture, their walking path. Search parties find nothing. No body. No note. No explanation. Just an absence where a life used to be. A silence where a voice once answered to its name. Here is where it gets worse. In 2019, a hiker named in local reports only as a foreign tourist arrived at the valley alone. He had read about the chapel online, in forums where people swap stories about unexplained phenomena. He came with a professional audio recorder, the kind journalists use in the field, with sensitive microphones that can capture the whisper of fabric shifting in a quiet room. He told the farm owner he wanted to capture ambient sound overnight, the wind, the silence, the isolation. The owner warned him. She looked at him with eyes that had seen too much and told him about the bell. She told him nobody stays outside after dark when it rings. Her voice dropped low when she said it, the way people speak when they are afraid the words themselves might summon something. He stayed anyway. He set his recorder on the chapel's outer wall, its red recording light blinking in the gathering dusk. He pitched a small tent 50 meters away, close enough to hear the device running, but far enough to feel separate from the structure. He zipped himself into his sleeping bag, and he waited, staring at the thin nylon ceiling while the temperature dropped below freezing. The recording is the part that changes everything. At 2:47 in the morning, the bell sounds 3 times. Clear, metallic, each toll separated by roughly 9 seconds, each one hanging in the still air like a held breath, then silence. A silence so complete it presses against your ears. Then a 4th toll. Lower, longer, the vibration carries a harmonic that should be physically impossible for a bell that small. It resonates in frequencies that travel through stone and bone alike, a 4th toll that nobody in the valley has ever reported before. By morning, the hiker was gone. His tent stood open, the flaps moving gently in the dawn breeze, like they were waving goodbye. His boots sat side by side inside the entrance, laces tucked in, placed with deliberate care. His backpack remained zipped and full, his phone still charging from a portable battery pack. The recorder kept running for 6 more hours after the 4th toll, capturing nothing but wind and the distant bleating of sheep. No footsteps, no scream, no struggle. Just a man who walked barefoot into the dark and never came back, leaving behind everything he needed to survive. And that is when the search began. Rescue teams arrived within 48 hours, their vehicles kicking up dust on the long dirt road. They tracked the valley floor for 3 days. They used dogs, helicopters, thermal imaging. They found his camera 50 meters past the chapel, face down in the moss, as though it had been placed there gently or dropped without a struggle. The memory card was intact. The final frame shows the bell tower. The bell is swinging, not gently, violently. The metal is blurred from motion. The clapper is visible mid-arc, striking the bell's edge with a force that should have shattered the ancient mounting. But weather records confirm the wind that night was completely still. 0 kilometers per hour, not a breeze, not a gust, nothing that could move a cast iron bell weighing over 20 kilograms. So what moved it? Locals have a word for what the bell does. They call it a warning, but not the kind you can act on. It does not tell you who. It does not tell you where. It tells you only that someone is already chosen, that the thread connecting them to this world has been cut, and they simply have not fallen yet. The fourth toll, they say, means the choice has been made. The person who hears it has already been taken. The hiker heard 4. His recording is still held by local authorities. It has never been released publicly. A journalist who requested access was told the file exists, but cannot be shared while the disappearance remains open. No body, no closure, no answers. Just a folder on a desk in a small Icelandic office, labeled with a case number and a date. Think about that. A man traveled to one of the most isolated places in Europe, recorded a sound that should not exist, and vanished before sunrise. His own equipment documented the moment he was taken, and nobody can explain it. The chapel still stands. The bell still hangs. The farm owner says she has not heard it since that night. She also says she has not slept through a single night since, waking at 2 in the morning with her heart pounding, listening for metals striking metal in the darkness. There is something about a sound that predicts disappearance. It is not the fear of death. Death has a shape, a reason, a body. This is different. This is erasure. One moment you are breathing, thinking, planning tomorrow, wondering what breakfast will taste like. The next, you are a gap in the record, an open file, a name nobody can confirm. The hiker came looking for a story. He found one that swallowed him whole. And the bell is still there, waiting in its tower, silent until it is not. You will never hear it yourself. Not unless you go. Not unless you stand in that valley at 2 in the morning and listen, your breath visible in the freezing air, your skin prickling with the certainty that something is listening back. But if you ever do count the tolls, 3 means someone nearby will vanish. 4 means it is already too late. The recording proved one thing. The bell does not warn you. It tells you what has already happened. Listen closely next time a bell rings with no source, and share this with someone who needs to hear it.